Good afternoon, Mikel.
Hello.
So the team news update has come out on the website, but just for sake of clarity, could you just let everyone know who is back and fully fit again?
Well, I could respond to you that question this evening. We haven't trained yet, so we are still waiting for a few players back. But as far as I know, almost everybody will be available.
And can you give an update on Sead Kolasinac? I know you said he'll be coming back, but he was on the receiving end of quite a bad tackle in the international break. Is he okay for this game against Norwich?
Again, we will assess him this afternoon and see how he is, whether he's fit or not. He's one of the doubts that we have.
And how about Granit Xhaka? I know he contracted COVID-19. How is he doing?
He's doing well. He's still in his country. He needs to stay there till Saturday, I believe. So as soon as they can release him and he's okay to travel, he will be here with us.
And during the international break, Eddie gave an interview in which he said that he's really looking forward to seeing all of the players who've signed and everyone who's been out, obviously with injury, back in the team. How confident are you that when you do have a fully fit squad available again, that fans will see an upturn in results and performances?
Well, I'm really looking forward to have everybody available and try to start the season the way we want. We don't want to use any excuses. We know how difficult the start was with injuries, with a lot of COVID issues that we had and extremely difficult games that we have to play. We have to reset now. We need to start, hopefully get everybody back on track and start to win football games, which is what we have to do.
And of course, next up is Norwich at home. Does it feel like a must-win game?
It always is at Arsenal, and the pressure is always there to be as high as possible on that league table. We need the first win. We're going to play in front of our fans after a disappointing start. So it's down to us to provide everything we have, performance-wise, to end the result that we want at the end.
And they signed quite a few players in the summer. What have you made of the team that they've assembled?
Well, first of all, what they've been doing over the years, how consistent they've been with the manager, with the style of play, and they've been up and down, but they haven't changed much. And it's a team that is a joy to watch, the way they want to play, the risks that they take, how attacking they are. I don't know what they would do against us, but so far what I've seen, even against top sides, it's been good, even though results haven't been good.
And how important is a good performance from Arsenal this weekend as much as the result?
I just want to focus on that because the performance we bring to the result, everybody's going to talk about winning. You have to earn the right to do that. And unfortunately, in the last few games, we've done basic things that haven't allowed us to compete in the games like we want. So if we do those right, we'll be much closer to win football matches, and that will bring momentum and everything will change.
Okay, thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
Thanks for Charlie. Jeremy from Sky.
Yeah, hi, Mikel. Good to speak to you again. The club is saying that Partey, Nketiah, Gabriel and White are all available. So in some ways, it was a good international break, wasn't it, to regroup and get some players back?
Yes, I think we needed some break to try to get them back from different reasons. They've been missing long periods. And hopefully by Saturday, we'll have a different team.
Eddie was speaking about the transfer policy over the break. Obviously, you were the highest spenders in the window. Edu's been defending the policy of buying players who are under 23. Does that really help you, though, right now, right here? You know, you've got players who are bought for the future, essentially.
Yes, I think we have tried to explain the project and the decisions that have been made over the last few months and the transfer window, the amount of changes that happened in 2 years. I think is almost 30 players. And Edu explained it like I tried to explain it. We have all participated trying to create and build this project, obviously led by the owners and all the hierarchy at the football club. So it's a project that we believed in, that we have to assemble because it was the option that we believe it was the best for the future of the football club. And we all take responsibility and because we all been involved in the decision. And now we have to make it work. The complexity in football is that you want to
Obviously, Ainsley Maitland-Niles wanted to go before the deadline, but you wouldn't let him go. How has he reacted to that, and what kind of promise can you give him about first-team football now?
Any private conversation with players, what we believe that the role that they can have in the team is always discussed openly, but privately, and that's the way we resolve all the matters and the way that one is resolved. And I am happy that he stayed. It was our intention, and he's another player in the squad.
Obviously, Tomiyasu's been away with Japan, but how impressed have you been with him? And is he still going to be ready for a Premier League debut despite the travelling he's had?
We need the work permit first. The club is trying hard to achieve that in the next couple of hours. He's back in the country right now. I will meet him for the first time today, probably, and train with him, see how it is, get a feel for it. He's been playing, so he should be completely fit. And yeah, we've been impressed. That's the reason why we decided to sign him.
You mentioned Granit Xhaka there. Obviously, the Swiss were telling us he had a positive COVID test, and Jose Mourinho is saying, well, he should go and get jabs. I mean, what's your policy on players getting vaccinations, Mikel? Is Jose right?
We are trying to explain all the reasons why we believe is the right thing to do, how much it will protect, first of all, the club, secondly, the teammates, all the environment that they are around, the exposure that we will have if they don't do it, but at the end, it's a really personal thing. Obviously, they will be limited in certain aspects if they don't, because we don't want to expose ourselves in certain things, but at the end, it's a personal matter, it's not an obligation, and we have to respect that.
Couple of final points. How's Ramsdale been doing in training? And have you been thinking about a change at goalkeeper for this game?
He's doing really good. He's training. He's a big competitor, somebody that is really pushy in training sessions. We knew that when we made all the recruitment process with the team. And now we have two
on Saturday.
Obviously, it's nowhere near where we want to be. That's for sure. I think it needs a little bit of perspective of what happened. Everybody's disappointed. We are not different. The fans should be disappointed. Everybody related to the club should be disappointed. But we are so determined and willing to change it as quick as possible. And we are on it.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
James from TalkSport.
Good afternoon, Mikel. How are you?
Hi. I'm good, thank you.
Mikel, it's been 21 outgoings and 10 signings in the last year. How different does the squad feel now? Do you feel like you have a stronger squad than you did 12 months ago?
Well, a completely different squad. Just with the numbers that you just mentioned, you can tell that it's unheard of. Now we have to make it work. Now we have the tools that we believe it was going to get the best opportunity for us to compete the way we want to compete and build what we want to build in this project. And now we have to make it work. We have to glide it together. We need to create relationships, chemistry, understanding. They have to adapt, and we have to do that really quickly.
You've been forced to use a number of different options at right back already this season. What makes you feel that Tomiyasu is the right fit?
Well, Tommy, first of all, because he's got the capacity to play in any position in the back four. He's done it in
terms of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, what response have you seen from him in the last couple of weeks? And what positions do you think he should be playing for Arsenal? Where are you considering him?
And the response is after the conversation that we had privately to explain. He has embraced the opportunity, the chance. He knows quality in any squad, which is his versatility to play in many different positions. And he needs to become the best at doing that, because it's something that is very rare to find in football.
Edu spoke earlier this week and he said that let's judge the team when you can put out the team you want to. Do you feel like you are close now to being able to field your preferred 11 or at least preferred squad?
Well, I hope so. That obviously we are getting players back from injuries, from COVID, from suspensions. So when we are able to do that, we'll try to do that. But we are getting judged every day with our work, every result that we have, and we don't want to use any excuse. But to be fair, looking back what happened in the last 3 or 4 weeks and looking at it with a little bit of perspective, it's been a lot, and hopefully we can change it pretty quickly.
And just final question from me, Mikel. Reece Nelson going out on loan to Holland. Do you feel like young British players gain more benefit from potentially going abroad than necessarily staying in the Premier League or going down the leagues? We've obviously seen the success with Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho in recent time.
That's what we are hoping for, and I think it's a club that is going to suit him really good, a manager that really rates him and believe that his qualities can fit in the model that he wants. He's going to have the time to play, and it's been a difficult year for him. He has an enormous quality, and he needs to show it. He's got at the right age right now to prove that that he can do it, and we wish him all the best.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
George from the BBC.
Thanks, Mark. Mikel, hello.
Hi.
Hello. Since you've been at Arsenal, your team goes on good runs and then you have consecutive defeats. I mean, where's the real Arsenal and how are you going to move it so that you go on these good runs constantly?
Well, having some consistency, meaning having some stability. And obviously we need to get that stability right when we are able to put the team out there in consecutive matches, building relationships, building understanding and getting momentum and wins. And hopefully we can do that pretty soon.
So you've got all these new players and it's clear you've got this project and a new direction. You know, a lot of fans are still disappointed with the start to the season. Is it a case now there's no excuses, you've got to rise up the table?
Well, 100%. And we don't want to give any excuses. We have tried to explain what happened in previous weeks. You can give all the reasons that you want if somebody doesn't want to see it. Okay, it's up to them. We try to explain things. I think we have been very clear, probably more clear than ever, to try to explain what the club is trying to do, what we are trying to do. And now is to try to do it in the best possible way while everybody's understanding, but knowing that at this club only one thing is acceptable, and is be the best.
So you're saying you feel like you're over your bad patch now?
I hope so, yes, George. 100%. Yeah, I see the future with a lot of positivity.
Good. Just in terms of Bernd Leno, I know there was a problem with the German team and their flight back from Iceland last night. Has he made training, and does that affect whether he could possibly start on Saturday or Aaron Ramsdale?
We are training later just to prevent all those things happen because we had some issues in the past. So hopefully he will be on time and he will be counted to be available for Saturday. And
Ramsdale could start, or you're not decided yet?
Any player can start. That's why we won the competition and raise the level in each position. That's why we recruited Aaron, and we know Bernd as well. What a fantastic goalkeeper he is.
Okay, sorry. And the last one from me, Hector Bellerin leaving, what does that mean for his future, and how hard was it for him to let him go? Because he's been at Arsenal a long time.
It's been a long time. He's been a really important part of everything that happened at the club in the last 10 years. He's an exceptional player, but an incredible person that he will be missed. To find somebody like Hector is not easy. He's been raised here with us and is loved by everybody at the football club. I have to say goodbye with sadness, but at the same time, I had to understand his position. He needed a new challenge. He's been needing for a new challenge for a while right now. So after discussing it for a long time, we had decided to let it go because we believed it was the right thing for him as well.
Thank you.
Nick from Haters.
Hi there, Mikel. Good to see you again. Just looking at your selection options, you've got Ben White and Gabriel fit together for the first time. Are they your ideal first choice central defensive pairing now?
They are one of the options. Obviously, they've both been signed since I've been here because they have the profile and the qualities that we are looking for. And now they have to establish a relationship, that cohesion in the backline, that it's really important. They have never played together yet, but they will do.
So they can only do that by playing together, can't they? You have to get that.
That's the only option. Train a lot together and play a lot together.
And similarly, in midfield with Thomas Partey back again, is his partnership with Lokonga something we could be seeing? Is that an ideal midfield partnership, the reason you signed those players?
Depending on who do we have available and the formation that we're going to use. If we're going to play with 2 holders, with 1 holder, we would have some options there as well. With the arrival of Martin, having Emil as well, he can play in those pockets. It will depend.
Talking about Emil, he came home from the under-21s because he was unwell. How's he?
Yeah, he's carrying an illness. He's not been feeling good. He could not stay there. And the England national team was really positive about letting him go because everybody could see he wasn't available. So let's see how he's in the next couple of days.
Not just another couple of players. Flo Balogun, he started the first game on the bench for the second, but we haven't seen him in the squad for the last couple of games. How's he getting on?
Well, he made his debut against Brentford, and he played the following game against Chelsea as well. So it's been a big step for him in the last few months. He's done all the preseason with us, so he's already done a lot in a few months.
So he's not quite ready to be involved regularly then?
Well, he's another player in the squad that has to fight for his place and show that he's available to do that.
Okay, finally, just can you give us a quick word on Jack Wilshere, who's been training out in Italy, unable to get a club? What's your thoughts on his situation? And would there ever be a chance of him training with you guys again?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I was just talking about Jack Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere.
He's unable to get a club. He's training out in Italy. Just your thoughts on his situation. And would there ever be a scenario where he was training with Arsenal again?
Someone that I know, that I share dressing room, someone it's so loved around the club with every person here. And our doors are always open.
Okay, good stuff. Good luck on Saturday. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. We'll come to Simon at the Standard. This section